Daily Horoscope, the 26th of January 2017. Daily Horoscope for Aries. Ruling planets, Mars, Pluto. You will have to simply say yes to your partner, even if you're feeling a little stressed and dominated by them now. By disagreeing and trying to have things your way, you'll make a rod for your own back. Being agreeable is the way out of a dilemma today, but it may not necessarily give you the inner satisfaction that you're looking for. At a time to concede at least for a little while until you have a better plan to get your partner on the side. A disapproving parent or partner makes it hard for you to stick to your guns on the decision you've made. Do you want to please everyone or move forward and make that date with your destiny? Daily Horoscope for Taurus. Ruling planets, Venus. You're probably focusing on the wrong end of the social barometer as to what constitutes attractiveness. Give more attention to your inner beauty rather than makeup, fashion and the like. During this period you'll gain a better response by shining what's within rather than what's without. So the question is, what sorts of things are you able to do to start that inner transformation? Pure, living organic food, moderate exercise, and correct thinking is a great start. The ability to see beneath the surface is essential to your success today. Don't listen so much to what is said as what isn't said. Read the body language of friends and you will get at the truth far more quickly. Horoscope for Gemini. Ruling planets, Mercury. You could feel as if you are being outshone by a friend or partner in some social situation now. Are you being overlooked? Is this making you feel less than who you really are? You may plan a get-together at home only to find that key players do an about-face. Have an alternative plan for the day. There may be a profitable short trip available to you now which can help your work or your business. This is more likely to be advantageous if you run an independent business. You may purchase something today in the way of an outfit only to find that you hate it. Think twice before making the purchase. Daily Horoscope for Cancer. Ruling planets, Moon. There could be a mountain of work on the horizon waiting to hit you between the eyes, but this is exactly what you want, anything but boredom. Are you aware of what's coming, though? If you've been pushing yourself and getting too absorbed in the finer detail of what's on your desk, you could be missing the bigger picture. And now that you've put all the hard yards in, don't be surprised that the results may start to pile up in bucket loads. Are you prepared for the avalanche? Refresher courses in art and other refined cultural activities are perfect to satisfy your creative needs at present. Someone you meet now will introduce you to a whole new vision of art and culture. Daily Horoscope for Leo. Ruling planets, Sun. The sexual advances of someone will definitely be flattering but also disquieting. The Moon and Saturn transit your 5th house of love affairs today. You have to be creative and diplomatic to keep the person at arm's length, but by the same token, to not to alienate them or scare them away. Get together in a public place are always a safe bet. This will give you the opportunity to gauge their intent and depth of sincerity. Creative matters may also be on hold as this transit dominates you the next day or so. Daily Horoscope for Virgo. Ruling planets, Mercury. There's a conflict in your heart. What you have may not seem good enough, and the lure of a more exciting friendship can cause you to make premature judgments based wholly on your desires. No harm in getting a second opinion from a friend before ditching what you have, but take care as some of your decisions will not be based upon the correct information. You have to serve yourself as well as others. Saying yes could make you angry and resentful. Be honest with your friends and tell them no if your heart isn't in the task. Daily Horoscope for Libra. Ruling planets, Venus. There's nothing worse than a regretful romantic experience, and if you're putting people on a pedestal, you may be heading that way right now. There's no race to the bedroom in any new encounter. It's far better to get more of a background on the person before you venture into instant intimacy. Your magnetic appeal is strong now, so be careful, and after all, is no harm in asking questions even if the other person seems to think you're a little noisy. Your mind is very settled and you're clearer in your purpose at present. Share some of your noble and uplifting ideas with someone who is interested in your well-being. Daily horoscope for Scorpio. Ruling planets: Pluto, Mars. Several planets influence your finances and negotiation skills, and this is exciting news for those of you who happen to be involved in business and desire fulfilling your dreams. But this could distract you if you're not focused on one step at a time. Maintain a balance between your social, business and domestic affairs over the next 2 to 3 weeks, and try to manage your business in smaller chunks rather than shooting for the stars, at least initially. Don't avoid the financial odds and ends that need tidying up at present. It's easier to turn a blind eye, but inwardly it's bothering you. Get out the calculator, your pen, and paper and systematically work through the issue. Daily horoscope for Sagittarius. Ruling planets: Jupiter, Neptune. Continue to monitor your finances over the next few days and don't allow the rules of the game to cloud the issues, as you may be getting bogged down in traditional standards and legalities. A strong activation of your visionary and creative skills will require due diligence and far more concentrated effort on your part to make your ideas a reality. Compare financial plans before making decisions. You get a green light for a project now just when you thought it was dead in the water. An employer is watching you carefully and pretty pleased with what he or she sees now. Daily horoscope for Capricorn. Ruling planets: Saturn, Uranus. You're overtaxing yourself today, and trying to do too much all in one go will simply mean having to cut corners. This will cost in the long term if you're not able to effectively balance the output of your energies. In your usual way, you're trying to impress too many people and hedging your bets to not put a wrong foot forward. State your case and relax, then let the universe to do its thing. If you need to get away from it all, trust your intuition. If you remain in a situation in which you are unproductive, it doesn't do anyone any good. Turn the computer off, sit in a park, watch a movie, anything to turn off for a few hours. Daily horoscope for Aquarius. Ruling planets: Uranus, Saturn. Trying to establish what's truly good or bad for you won't be that easy during this cycle, but if you're aware enough, you'll soon sift the wheat from the chaff. You're prepared to take a punt, and this doesn't necessarily relate to the financial aspects of your existence. Unless you try something, you're never going to know. Even if the outcome is not so favorable, at least you can say you gave it a shot and can put that down to experience. A love affair can blossom now, and though it seems a little too impractical even for you, you are aware that things could hot up shortly. There could even be some sort of mini promotion in store for you. Make sure you're remunerated for your work. Daily horoscope for Pisces. Ruling planets: Neptune, Jupiter. Strong planetary forces affect your love affairs and will be creating considerable indecision just now. But you don't have to make a decision right now. Just allow the experience of meeting and connecting with someone new to take you where it will. You may be preoccupied with an idea or a preconditioned attitude to these matters, and that really limits you. Someone you meet now will help throw that whole concept out the window. Friends will support you now, and you'll be surprised to see that a person you figured was only a casual acquaintance turns out to be a lot more than that.